Hi Steve. Well, I finally managed to capture some video of the villages where we grew up as children. I've had a couple of attempts at it. I tried yesterday, but I've got 18 minutes battery life for some reason, but today quite a bit more. So I've recorded some rides around Hartley, going down to Forkham, along the Forkham Road to Longfield, round Longfield a little bit, and then taking the road over to Mepham, and then up through Mepham to Vigo, Ightham, and then back to Hildenborough. The bit from Ightham didn't record. That piece in the middle's missing. Not that really matters. But if you're wondering why suddenly we're riding up from Mepham and then as if by magic, we've skipped Ightham and we're on the way to Shibburn, that'll be what it is. But there's a fair bit there. I've got some quite nice images, and I hope you enjoy it. So I'll see you soon.
So, Steve, here we are again. I'm outside the Anchor and Hope, or just before it, in Ash, in Hartley. You can have a ride around Hartley. This is my second attempt at doing this video. I tried yesterday, but only got about 20 minutes battery life out of the camera, which got me about to here from home. So I've started here. I'm going to have a ride around for as long as I can, and whatever I can capture, I'll get over to you. So Sunday morning, it's about, 7:30. Hopefully we get the road to ourselves, more or less. So, first memory or memory lane, Anchor and Hope on the right. Whoop. Past Caroline Trinder's house. Remember her from Steep Hill School. If the battery lasts long enough, we'll go there. Past Ash Village Hall, where I do remember one or two encounters, and the pub we never went to, the Swan. So we're taking it nice and steady today, because this is a trip down memory lane, of course. Good morning. I noticed this yesterday, a new fire and rescue station. So we can pay homage to our first hostelry, the Royal Oak. We've been there many times. into Hartley. Straight that lasted forever on a 50cc machine, with us laying on the tank, seeing how fast we could go down here. The Royal Oak would appear to now be the Golden Dragon. Not the Royal Oak, the Black Lion, isn't it? I'm going to try and find my way through to Fairby Lane. I think the entrance we used to use is blocked, and I need to go down the road where Anthony used to live. I think this is it, so we'll go down and see what happens. Chantry Drive, I'm hoping. Or Chantry Avenue. Round we go. And there should be a right-hander, but not that one, I don't think. Oh, perhaps it is. So Chantry Avenue. Anthony Morris used to live here. I remember him as well, I think, from Scouts. Well, here we are. It's worked. So down here, Fairby Lane. There's a house I don't remember. You might. You must have been here many more times than me. And we can turn in Elaine's Drive, possibly. Oh, there it is, Elaine's Drive. Round we go. So there we are. It's Elaine's house, as you obviously you know. Right. I do believe that was a horseshoe in the road. I'll take that as a good omen. Right, you know where we are. Castle Hill coming on the left. We'll take a right into Church Road. You can see how your house, I think, has become now four-bedroomed houses. And of course pay homage to the bottle and basket. Whereas children, we must have spent all of our pocket money, I reckon. Whoops. So here we go. Your old house. Barely, well, clearly the house isn't there, but 4 detached houses. So we'll go up here and down St John's Lane, I think. Dickens Close, that would be where, oh, what was his name, the lad with the CV125, Dave Smeaton, that's where he used to live. Stack Lane, Jamie's residence. I expect he still lives there. And cherry trees, a good source of underage cigarettes, I remember. So right down St John's Lane, Manor Drive to our left at the front, where Peter used to live. So, more or less keeping to the speed limit. Hockley District Social Club, sporting across the St George. I don't suppose that could come as too much of a surprise to us. Right, left down Castle Hill, past the old antique shop where we tried to sell an old violin we found in the roof of your mum's house when we were kids. Buy yet more cigarettes, I think. Right, this road looks dangerous. Lots of grit down the middle. I don't remember it ever being dangerous years gone by. Well, I do believe Joe still lives down here on the right. His parents moved to Scotland, and I think you told me that. And he and his siblings are, I think, still living in the house. Joe shares a mutual friend with me. Well, I did actually go to a party at his house a few years ago. Well, quite a few years ago now, but that was an odd experience. Right, coming down to the junction. I'll turn right and take us towards Steep Hill. I remember this junction not being very friendly. So there's the church. Remember that from school services, from this little school we used to go to just up here. Now, I did manage to get in here yesterday, and I'll do the same today. We'll go and have a look. So, Steep Hill School, Steve. There we are. It has changed. The house is recognisable. There's even minibuses now behind me. See if we can see those in a minute. But yeah, well, it's the place, isn't it? Just highly modernised. I think they've rented some land off the farmer next door, adopted the state terms and years, and it's still going. According to the sign on the gate, it's a growing school. Right, off we go. That brings back a few memories, I think. Okay. Some roadworks here. The good citizens have removed the road closed sign that was there yesterday. Excellent. Right, 10 acre field to our right. You remember your Francis Barnett motorcycle, where we used to go racing around that. Turn right here. It's at Kent or Essex Road, I can't remember which. Kent Road. Past Mrs Higgs' house, you'll remember her. And up into Longfield, which as far as I can tell hasn't changed. It could be the 80s. It could be. I'm not even here, am I? Right. Well, it looks pretty well the same. One or two of the shops have changed. We now seem to have a Waitrose instead of a builder's merchant. And Longfield Station, where daily we confronted the great unwashed, I remember, if we got the early train home. Petrol station has gone, more houses. Turn left down Hartley Road. Got a view of the Gallops and of course where I used to live. I seem to have paved the front of the place. Well. Longfield Close, and the local church I never went to. Excellent. Oh, I think I was baptised there actually. That would be the last time I went. Longfield Secondary Modern appears to have become a housing estate. Blimey, so it has. School here, I guess it's just moved onto its playing fields, which were extensive, but it's now an academy. Well, I'm sure that's made all the difference. Now, your grandmother lived down here, possibly there I think, in one of those cottages. I can't quite remember. I thought it was a bit further back, but maybe the house is no longer there. Getting into some curves that on our 50s we used to find quite challenging. Past Brian Morgan's old house. I'm going to say these curves feel a bit smoother on this. Maybe I'm not lying on the tank. Left to New Barn, and then we're off to the Green Man and on our way to Mepham. So we can see Hartley Bottom to our right. So, Nurstead Lane, that takes us to the bottom of Mepham, near the Fox and Hounds. We'll go past the Green Man to a bridge that my mother used to consistently tell me was the bane of most motorcyclists in Kent. And remembering my mum, had all sorts of interesting stories. Oh, this is a bit boring. I wonder if the lights are knackered. We'll give it a few more seconds and then well, I'm glad I didn't do that then. Thank you. Well, we'll remember this on the way to Mepham, various parties, and on the way to the cricketers. Another hill where you could probably get as much as 40 miles an hour out of an old 50cc motorcycle. Maybe even a little more. Mepham. Turn right here. Left would be to Soul Street, which is the back route we used to take to Rochester sometimes. Up here is a right-hander we used to take as a back route to Hartley Bottom, and I think it's right to say we have more near misses on that road than I think anywhere else. Shipley Hills Road, if you remember it, and past the site where Mr. McNamara ended up in a wheelchair killing his girlfriend as he robbed this petrol station. Then past Zena's house. One or two parties there, I remember. And we're soon approaching the watering hole I think we went to the most, certainly in later years, which was the cricketers, wasn't it? We went there quite a bit. Village Green. Chris Burgess used to live down there, if you remember. The cricketers itself would appear to be much the same. The King's Arms, the one we never went to. like a Harley Davidson Sportster. So that's probably maximum speed. He's doing 40. And he's well loaded with something. Got some panniers by the looks of it. That's quite an exciting speed. I thought about getting a Harley when I bought this Bonneville for a moment. But I don't really like the sitting position, and I prefer the old English idea. And having learnt a little about Bonneville since I bought it, I realise it's actually quite a nice machine. Actually, this guy's well loaded. Look at this panniers, open equipment. Go left towards Borough Green and Tunbridge. There's another motorcycle behind me now. Everyone's out today. Going 30 now. Borough Green. Right for left to the right, so our mortality. Right, thank you very much. Face rain coming to get us off in the rain. Oh, another one. Maintaining by 30 miles an hour. Roundabout, T100 and Tunbridge. I think you know this route, this would have been the route you'll have come over to my house with a lane, I think. Past the pub that only served half a lunch party one day, if you remember. We were a few seconds late with the second part, with the rest of the people coming. I've not been back there, and I don't suppose you have. So maintaining our 30 miles an hour. Visor up as I could cope with. That was quite quick. Keeping to the speed limit, of course. Take a right down here, take us to Hildenborough. Bluebells are out. Nice bluebell wood here to our right. On the right road up to Itonmouth as well. Left now,